Hello again, this is Michael Wojcik with the Rochester City Council update for February 20th, 2013. Three things I'm going to talk about today, and I'll be fairly brief. First of all, on the Committee of the Whole meeting today, we had a review of the future uptown area, and pretty much sounds like the plans that came forward, nobody had any major concerns over the design. The one question that's still out there that we're trying to resolve is whether or not we bury those utility lines or not, and I certainly hope we make the right decision and do that right up front. It's going to help us with the streetscape and the general feel of the area. But it's there's a cost associated with it, and my latest figure says about $37,000 per year over the bonding period, and I think that the incremental value that we're going to see in that neighborhood vastly exceeds that. Second thing is during the City Council meeting then, for one item that was just kind of a personal irritation of mine is we had a homeowner that just had a horrible property, and we basically finally gave him an order to tear it down, or we're going to tear it down for you, and we ended up going out to tear it down. It's going to cost us $23,000, and I pulled that off the consent agenda because I asked staff, I want to make sure that we assess his property for the full amount of that, and you really can't squeeze blood from a turnip, but this guy's been such an awful neighbor for so long. I don't think the taxpayers should really have to pay for demolishing his wreck. So ultimately, we're going to assess that and stick it on his property, and hopefully we get some of that money back at some point. It's just pathetic when people I don't know what to say about that property. It was so bad. And lastly, the Imagine Slattery plan came forward, and again, and very supportive. I'm glad that the City Council passed it unanimously. There are some very good things in there. There are some missed opportunities, I think, as well, that it didn't go as far as it probably should have. I envision that 3rd Street Southeast being a grand boulevard sometime in the future with some incredible, street-facing, avenue-facing businesses. I think there's a lot of other opportunity in the neighborhoods, but I think that one of the things that's important is once we get the Heritage Preservation Ordinance in place, we want to designate Slattery as a historic neighborhood and protect some of those beautiful historic structures. It's one of the most beautiful areas in Rochester. I used to tell young people coming here to go to Kutsky Park, but actually Kutsky Park's gotten a little bit more expensive now, so now I kind of direct them towards going to Slattery Park because it's an area with very similar beautiful homes, but a little bit more affordable right now than Kutsky Park is. It did pass unanimously. A big thank you to Wayne Flock and the entire team out there at Slattery Park. They're wonderful folks out there, and they did a great job, and they had to go through a lot of abuse for getting this plan in place, and I'm always frustrated when people complain about the process when they have flyers left on their door and postcards that come in the mail and then they show up at the last minute. Well, nobody told us about any of this. Well, actually, yeah, you were told, and probably a number of times, so that's kind of disappointing. There was one group that broke away from Slattery Park, the Sunnyside neighborhood. I did give them the challenge too that it's very important that you folks define yourself before somebody defines the area for you. So thank you to all the people involved with the process, and just a friendly reminder, I am running for City Council President, and the election for that is going to be on March 19th. Absentee voting is going on now. We really appreciate your support. Thank you.